Hello, my lovely spectators. Diddy here. Welcome to my studio. So you see a bunch of stuff. I have been trying to find my floor and a bunch of other things during this month of May. Just taking the time to kind of figure out where I'm at, what I got, what can I bring to the table, all of that good stuff. And picked up some storage and a couple of different hauls over at the thrift. And so I just was like, let me just rummage and see what I find. So I had purchased these in the dollar store. Don't know why I was drawn to them. And then today, as I'm throwing around organizing some more, I find this little book. Now sometimes I get like whole things of books, like whole boxes for free. And I just go, yeah, I'll pick them up, go through them, use what I can, pass what I'm not going to use off to another person or something like that. So this was in there. My mother was loved horses, never rode a horse a day in her life, but she loved them. So I was always on the lookout for horse things. Also, when I was going through all my supplies and stuff like that, I found these wooden things that came inside a bin from the thrift store. So I bought that photo bin. I had just gotten rid of the one with all the little iris cases, because you know they're like $12-15, something like that, you know, on a discount of sale and blah blah blah. And I was just like, ugh. They felt in my way. And as I've been trying to kind of like find my floor, like I said, I've felt the need a little more like compartmentalized. I'm trying to figure out what best suits me. Like, I like this idea. This is kind of like a riff off of Gail Agostinelli, where she has things in bins and I can just move it. So I have 49 Market laser cut pieces. I've got some random mushrooms and foliage in here. It's not complete. I've got my circles in here. Just in a way to try to see what's more usable. I like this because I can just pop it up. I don't have to open anything necessarily, but I'm finding like this is awkward to have as well, and how to put it away. It feels like it needs to have a footprint, and I don't have the space in my studio for that footprint to be there permanently. And that's what keeps happening. I keep organizing and things spread out because that's just the nature of the organization, right? Things get crazy before they get better. So I pulled some of these guys out. I saw the horse book. I remembered the banners that I bought yesterday. I said, you know what? Let's do something with that. Let's see what we can pull from this. And then I was looking for a base, and as I was continuing to go through, I had remembered that I had gotten a box that had a bunch of these wooden pieces. Now I don't know how do you call it? What's the word? Practical, I think is the word. So to be putting this into a journal, but I'm gonna make some stuff. These already were in a box. There were 6 of them, beautifully made into tags already. Lovely. They're not super thick. They're probably close to an 1/8 of an inch thick, whereas these are also like an 1/8 of an inch thick. You know, relatively speaking, when you say it that way, it doesn't sound like a lot. It feels like it looks like a lot, but it is what it is. I don't think I'm going to use the tags because a lot of the things when I just breeze through seemed more landscape. So what I want to do is I want to pull out some imagery. I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of these. I'm not going to do all 16, guys. Let's just pull out, you know, some stuff and see how we can do that. So when I was also looking, more wood, outdoorsy, farmy, this just gave me that vibe as well. So I have a bag of these. I keep buying these like little ones because I keep losing things because things are not organized. So I said, you know what, it's there, let's use it. So the image in here, in conjunction with some circles possibly, and maybe some foliage if it's not too, you know, like contrary to what's there. So let's find some images and go from there. Okay, so yeah. So I was not around yesterday because life, and I felt a little like beating up myself, but I'm looking for, what am I looking for? Well, I have ink. I got the quad, so I'm gonna definitely ink this up and grunge this up. I don't think I'm gonna put paper on the back. So usually when you look at a piece of wood that's been cut for you or is pre-cut, there is a front and a back. The back usually has more of a sharper edge over here, and there's a bevelish kind of feel on the front. That's because they're such thin wood that they're cut like with a steel rule die is basically what this feels and looks like. So it's pressed down, it cuts out these rectangles, which by the way, the rectangles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2.5. So they could be like this, definitely. But like I said, I was looking at this and a lot of the stuff is, I feel, can be more on the landscape side of it. And we're gonna cut a piece of this. I'm leaning towards not the black and the gray. I'm leaning towards maybe the red and the blue. And we'll attach a couple of them, you know, a couple of these things, and we'll see what comes of it. So what I want to do is I need to first figure out what images. Now this is not a, this is a glued book, I think. So it does not have, yeah, it doesn't have signature. It's like a cheapy book for early readers, right? Mile 4, whatever that means. The book is from, just because, why not? 2001, so technically vintage because we're in 2026. It's so crazy. But of course, you know, it's not looking pretty that aged. So I think I'm just gonna basically just take this apart. Now, these two kind of go together. But we can take this side for sure and use it. So I'm just gonna take out the pieces. Anything that does not have, this is more of an icon thing, I'm just gonna put that over there. This is a possibility for a bigger kind of situation. Hate that, right? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for things more that I can do landscape. This is icon, we can make something out of that. This is just paper, put it in there to coffee dye at a later date. So we're going to put that over here in a different pile. So we're just taking apart a book to see what we're going to be using and not using. So nothing with text only. Imageries, small things like this, we're going to put to the side. This is lovely. It will probably serve better for like a bigger tag. So, but we're going to just keep all our images right now on this side. These little ones we're gonna do something else with, not today. Okay, and we might be able to double dip on that one. Okay, this one as well. And so we're getting a good amount of things from here. So here's another one of these that we could use as an icon. So I mean, that's something, you know, that could probably maybe even make a twitchy out of that, depending upon how big. And so that's the thing. Okay. Now it's about horses, so I'm not, I think it's the history from what I'm seeing going backwards. This also can make a nice big tag. Okay. And is there anything here? Yes, definitely. Ugh. Okay, so the front cover is usable, but it's shiny. The back cover is also usable, but shiny. So we've got a couple of like pieces that are icons or shiny. Then we have only a few sheets that are, oops, no, this guy goes over there. Only a couple sheets really that have nothing on them visually. Look, literally a couple sheets. So we're just gonna toss this to the side. And then we're gonna go through this again. So I had the tag and I was like, yeah, this is not, but this does. But then, you know, we lose some of the little bit. We're gonna lose something anyway unless we get a bigger wood tile. So I think I'm gonna hold off because I do like the full. We can pull something out that for a full tag. So we're maybe gonna work with this. This could be pulled out for a full tag. This is sideways, meaning landscape. That on this side, what's on the other side here? We had the both, so we're gonna be able to probably do both things. This one feels like it's more full. I wouldn't want to use this side. I would love to use the bigger horse. Save that for later. Save this one also for later. This could be saved for later as well as this. So all the full ones, for sure, we can kind of use them for later. So we're gonna keep those on the side. So let's see what we wound up with. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and possibly 6. Okay, so that's what we're gonna come over here. We're gonna say, okay, well, what can I put? See what I'm saying? I'm trying to use that. So for the rough cut of it all, I'm just gonna put this here, and I'm gonna use that like that. So this is definitely gonna be utilized here. This one, we could have that going on in terms of a journal. I think I might want to use this one for more of a, just this kind of part of it. So, yeah, I don't think I want the dude. So I think I'm just gonna, this will be scraps or basura. Okay, and we will go around there. So we'll do something with that. Over here we have this and this. Let's see. I would cut off too much, so I think we're going to hold this off to be a journal card, something bigger. Okay, and then I'm taking this because this is my frame of reference. I feel like, okay, cool. Let's catch up to their feet. And then there's nothing on that side, so this is scraps, and we will finish off the top for this. Same thing here. I like the horses in the water. It's a different kind of thing. I'm not too worried about all the people in here, so we will figure that out. We have at least some, so we'll do something there. The other side is scrap. And then with this one, yeah, I feel like I don't want to, I feel like this can be a bigger journal card, and this is one of the other things, so we're just going to push that to the side. So we're probably not going to make too many. Okay, can I stand to lose some of these feet and the head? Yeah, possibly. Let's just do it this way. Okay, so this is going to be scrap, and then we have this here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little things right here. Okay, so now we need to figure out how I want to incorporate some of this. Now I could cut a base. Ooh, fly away. This is really cheap. It feels polyester-ish, kind of, and I kind of want to have it be on here in some fashion, as a layered part of it. So I think I need to figure out what that's gonna look like. I just need to have a little bit of a smaller size. So what I was anticipating to see what would happen is if I were to, let's see here, cut off the edging that has the seam, the hem, so that's not in my way. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna cut it off on both sides because why not? Now, I'm not gonna toss this. I'm gonna throw this in my bin of scraps because you never know, could use it for something. And then I'm going to cut from here. Okay, and then I want to see if this will pull. Okay, cool, pulls nicely. All right, so the rest is gonna go back to fabric land. And then we have these guys here to kind of figure out what we're going to do with, how much we're going to need. Okay. And then I'm also going to rip off the bottom piece, which is the hem, so that way we got top and bottom a little bit done. We'll save that for a little something. Craft-a-lanche in the back. No, it was something fell off the wall that I tried to hang. And not with the right stuff, so that's what happens. Things fall. All right. Everyone's okay. No one's injured. So I am just obviously feeling like this might need pinking shears, or it's just going to keep flowing. But this is like Treasure Books, Natasha. She even keeps this. So I've been throwing that in there too. So I don't know if I just want to keep that, or if I want to add a little blue as well, because some of these might do well with blue. So let's do that. Let's cut up a piece the same way. Maybe I should just cut it off this way. I'm here making it all involved and it doesn't need to be. Let's see. I cut this here. Yeah. Okay. This one's not lining up, so we're just gonna look a little snippy there. Okay, so we've got this awkward whatever, but that's fine. We're looking for strips. We're gonna cut this off here. And I'm gonna cut this off here. I hate when fabric kind of goes in a direction you're not trying to go in. So it's like gotten smaller and smaller. So yeah, that happens. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we've got this small little piece, which is fine. And then we have this other piece over here that's a little wider, which is fine. It also has some white with it, which is fine. Let's cut this right here. Okay, so we got this. And we've got this, again with the little strings. We'll just get them out of our way. Okay. And, you know, and to me it seems like everything is about what it is your base is. So what are you going to make it? Is it a card? Is it a this? But it's all about the layering as well, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to put the rest of these away because we're not going to do all of those. Let's put them over here. We're not trying to make more of a mess. We're trying to just have some craft time. So we're going to do 5, did I say? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Let's just pick 2. I'm going to need a Ziploc for that because that's the nature of these things. So we will be having to find a little box or something to put that into. We also have our, how do you call it, trash can by our side. Oh my god, it is so warm. In my room right now, it's like saying that it's 78 degrees. I can't throw on my air conditioner because it's not working and I'm dying here. I'm melting. Okay, so let's lay them out so that I could see what we have going on here and how we plan to address. So we do have one that is portrait, which is this guy here. Okay, so for me, obviously, we're going to want to include some blue here. And with this one, I think probably on this guy, I want to include some blue. So I think maybe I'll just cut this up right here. And put this little piece of blue there. With this one, let's just cut a little piece off here. We don't need the entire thing. Oh, oh, come. It's so short that it's like hard to, there we go. Keep our little scrippy piece there. And we're going to add this over here to this one. To this one, we definitely feel like we want some red as well as down here. So with this one, I think I'm going to just go up to here, try to add some red there, and then we'll add some red this way, and then another little piece of red. Oh, you know what? Where's that little piece of blue? Let's do like a little combo situation. Okay, I'm just gonna take this ruffled up part. So we're gonna double up there. Okay, and we'll see whether or not this is going to come into play. Okay, so let me let's grunge up the wood a little bit, and then we'll get to doing some layering. So I'm going to use ground espresso, which is this guy over here, I believe. Vintage photo ground espresso. Yeah, I'm just like, but my thing is new. My ground espresso is new, so this is gonna take some ink in to get too used to. Or maybe can I do this? Because because I like a good grunge, and my inking is gonna take forever otherwise, because there's no ink on that. Okay, I gotta get the little fur off. Yep. Alright, that's looking good. He's doing this little creepy thing. My hands are not looking good, but the edges are looking good. And I'm not tearing up another sponge. So, because we know that that would be the case. So, whatever, I'm just going to push the ink a little bit and pick up anything that might still be whatever. And then, as we're going to cover a lot of this, I'm going to just blur this out just slightly. Okay, so let me do that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so just a warning. If you are anti getting your hands dirty, this may not be the tactic for you, because you know you will be turning it around and it is wet. Doesn't bother me too much, so just wanted to show you the result. Also, the front has got the primary border. Of course, manhandling this with the fingers as they are, right? We're not cleaning in between the 5. The ink got all over the middle section, which on the front doesn't matter too much in my opinion, because you know we are going to be putting some focal images. On the back, and I'll show you in a second, you do have some dirtiness to it because of your fingertips, if you're not being like, look at this, oh my goodness, because I kept touching it. You will have some, but given the nature of the theme with the horses and the outdoor wilderness, whatever, I wasn't too mad at that. So just one more little pass, because I don't want to get ink all over everything, but this is gonna need some serious soap and water, so to say. So yeah, all right, okay. I think we're gonna call that done, and just wipe this up a little bit. So we will need to ink a little bit of the pieces, whatever. So let me just show you. Right. So when you're rubbing it in, it's gonna be heavily inked. So that's why you're gonna have all of your ink is everywhere. You should probably just pass this through all the edges. So, but this is the front, like I said. And on the back, that didn't bother me. It actually makes me think to go and look for any kind of stamps that have a cowboy motif, and maybe add a little stamp to that. I think it still can be written on very easily, right? So as it dried a little bit as I was wiping my hands, you can still see there's still some residual ink, and the ink is getting on my hands, which is fine. So yeah, so we've got these nice wooden planks here. I mean, you could do them in like a burnt orangey reddish brown brick color. You can get some brick looking type things if you were doing like an industrial kind of like retro, like I'm thinking like how do you call it, down in Brooklyn, how you know the some of the apartments have those full brick walls and stuff, you know, in Williamsburg, so they want to get all, you know, trendy, that's the word, trendy. So yeah, so you could do that in those colors. See, and I added some more, you know, just manhandling it, it did take some more. So let me just go like that a little bit. Okay, so now again, not gonna worry about it being too grungy. So let's go back to our papers and our little things here. We're going to now need to kind of actually get it where it needs to be. So I am gonna cut a little bit off here, a little bit more. I'm gonna cut a little bit off here to give it that irregular edge kind of thing going on here. Okay, and I'm just comparing this, and I'll cut a little bit more of the legs off. down here, see that I can get it into the framing that I want it to be in. Perfect. I'm not going to worry about this because I'm thinking I'm going to take something of this kind of thing here and add some to there. Now, I want to keep these guys, and this one's here already, so I was thinking, and I think this is going to be too big, so I need to take a readjust and grab the piece that originally was supposed to be for that one over there. And I'm just going to kind of make a little something, right, to add right here. I think that would look cute. And I think our little not paper clip, what is this called? Clothespin might be just what we're looking for in terms of making that little cluster kind of work out. Something like along those lines. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's do our first one. So I'm gonna ink around the page as well because, you know, grunge. And we're going to maybe a tiny sliver, since I'm not gonna go all the way to the bottom with that fabric. Okay. Now I have the Gorilla wood glue, so I'm gonna use that because we are gluing onto wood. And so I think that would be a good go-to. So we're just going to put adhesive all the way around like that. Okay. Pick up my little placky thing. I'm gonna put it there. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, so now to attach this little thing here, I am gonna pull the fabric tack because where is it? Yeah, because it's fabric. Yeah, this seems a little not as inked up. Oh, sorry, not sorry. Okay, so first off, let's take this out. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of glue blob over here. Okay, and we're gonna take our little clothespin and try to manipulate how that's gonna look right there. Okay, and to me that looks pretty decent, right? Get that string out of there. Let's get this string out of here. All these little strings. Okay, one more try. Okay, maybe take the strings before you start trying to glue things together. Okay, there we go, that's better. Now I'm gonna take this guy, put our little clippy clip to put this like that. Okay, so I want it to stick off. Do that. Then I could put this like that, so we have this. I don't like it over the horse as much, so I'm gonna just cut that little piece off. And now we're just gonna put that glue bubble up here. Just gonna do that like that. Okay, I don't mind that. I want this to stick down a little bit better, so let me add, I want the clothespin to stick down a little better, so I'm gonna put a little blob over here by the end of the fabric right there. Okay, all right, I think this is looking mighty cute. Now, if I wanted to, I could go here. Oh, this is cool. So this has this little thing that says wild horses are free. I happen to just miss that. So, I mean, you know, cutting this out. So I'm going to go on this side. Okay. See if we got it. Oh, we did. Okay. Not mad at that. So I'm gonna just grunge this up a little bit. Right. And then we're going to attach this with some words because it kind of goes with what's happening there. So it was from the page, I'm assuming. Okay. Oh my god, this is so, how do you call it? Not kismet, but like meant to be, I guess. No, this is too big. My mother's birthday year was 44. So, because it's on page 44, I'm going to take that 44 and call it intended. Intended in homage to my mama. So, let's just grunge this guy up. And again, my hands are dirty. I don't mind getting dirty, so. Okay, so let's add this here. While horses are free. So let's do paper to paper. So I don't need the fabric tack. I can just use the wood glue. Okay. So I want to put this here. Yeah, let's put it there. And then I'm going to put 44 over here on top of it. No, do I want to put that? No. And now we get so quiet, the silence of contemplation, concentration. Alright, while horses are free. And because this is going to be like about my mama's, I'm going to then take something green. Let's see. Do I have a little bit of foliage? Foliage, like this. Can I do that? Is that too big? I think that's too big. Because why not? I don't have a tiny little flower that I see. I'm just looking for any little piece of these die cuts that I could use. This is interesting. Okay. No, I do like the way that horse is going off the scene. There should be another little piece. One more try and then we're going to move on. Oh, it's not a thing, but we can put this little kind of almost like a strappy thing, like a, how do you call it, on there. Yeah. I don't want to cut the loops, that's the thing. Oh my goodness. No. Okay. You know what? We are going to take this little tiny piece and call it George. Because they also look like purple flowers, which is the other thing that's akin to my mom. She loved purple. So, we're going to do that. Let's just move this over a little bit. Here we go. Oh, perfect. This is lovely. Now this spot feels a little blank to me, so let's just grab something, a little piece of something. Let's just add a little more green here. I'm just gonna take a little piece, just rip it. Can I ink this up enough or not? Okay. And we're just gonna cap that right there. Yep. I'm gonna call it done. So this is gonna be the first one. Now, again, this video is, I already know this video is feeling long. And if you are used to my channel, I just gotta, what do you call it? Masquerade that little part like that the thing is cut off. Okay, I think it's done. How do you read this thing? And on the back, we can still write. You can still stamp something here. You can add more to it, right? And there you go. While horses are free. And then the number 44. And so one is done. I don't even know how many times. Gosh, I've been doing it for so long. It's only been 34 minutes. I always thought I was a fast crafter. I guess I'm not what I thought I was. Alright, let's do another one. Let's see which one we want to work on. And then I'll just do the rest to add to my stash. Okay, let's see. I think this one is going to come out pretty regardless with the colors and stuff. And I think this one also is got a definite go-to with the whole the layout. I think it's gonna be super easy to make that look nice. This one's a little harder. I feel like it's a little harder, and this one feels like let's see here. Is this what I was gonna do with this one? I think so. And then this one was gonna go here, so I think this one's gonna be easier. Let's just do one more with each other, I guess, which is this guy, and we will accent over there. So with him, again, freehanding the shape around him or her. It looks like a baby. Okay. Alright, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but we're going to make it work. Let's see, what else can we add to this? So we're adding some more grunging of this on the edge to kind of match with the grunging of the card or the wood blank. Okay, so I don't think we're going to need that. That's going to be for over there. Okay, so we have this going on. And with this one, let's see here. Let's get all the strings off for a minute, because as we keep playing with it, it's just going to keep coming off. Right? Okay. Alright. So, I like the emblem. Where are we going to put it? We're going to put it at the back side, or we're going to put it at the front side of what's happening here. I also was thinking to kind of bend it over, fold it over here, right, like that, with this here. That's what I was thinking. Okay, then I could actually kind of add a couple of these. I mean, I would adhere them with adhesive, definitely, but just like a little peekaboo kind of thing there, but not by much. Okay, let's see here. This little thing here is bothering me, so let's try this. Okay, so we're going to have that come over like that. We'll have a little peekaboo on this side. Let's see, let's do that. That'd be interesting. Okay, so let's get this glued down. Fussing with this too much. Too much. Okay, we're gonna put some glue on the front here. Okay. It's like liquid, what do you call it? I don't know, people. Hot glue. That's the words. Okay, and so we're going to grunge this guy up a little bit to match the dark and dirty of the overall. Okay, so now we're going to put this here. We're going to put one here, and we're going to put one there. Okay, we're going to glue this guy here, so we'll need to move that one. Okay. Okay. I think inside one of these things they had little birds, and I'm kind of getting like bird vibe for a minute. So let me get this here. So that's over there. Okay, this is our little lovely horsey. Okay, so now I'm going to actually adhere. Ugh, my fingers are sticky already. I'm gonna add a little bit more glue right there. Okay. And I'm gonna put this bad boy right on that dollop and squish it there. Okay. Do the same thing on this side. Okay. And push that down there. Perfect. Okay, so let's see how we can spruce this bad boy up. Now, I thought I said, like I said, I thought I saw something that had to do with, like, there was some birdies. I know that there's butterflies in here for sure. Here we go. Yes. I feel like you've seen birds on the backs of horses. So I'm kind of feeling like that. Then I'm feeling like I want to bring in something vertical. Could also do, this is too long, something else. Okay. Alright. Yes. This has got like a blue something feeling. I don't mind that, but it's on his face, which is not my favorite. Let's see what else. They got those, but I'm like not really. This is cute, but it's too big. It's too long. This one was also feeling too long. But I could just take this piece right here. But then that stem would look awkward left behind. Okay. Alright. Yes. How about that? Same difference. What is wrong with you? You're picking the same thing over and over again. Okay. Because, you know. Okay, I like that. I'm going to cut off the rest of that yellow, the leaves in the bottom. And then I think we'll take that bird and add the bird there. I don't think there's a bird in a different direction. I'm just looking. I know we have plenty of butterflies. And I just wanted something slightly different. Let's just leave him. He will be there grooming the backside of the bird. Let's go. This is still usable. Throw it back in there. And then we're just going to hit a little bit of the edges to get a little bit of that white off. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're going to take the wood glue and stuff. And I feel like maybe I should look first, see if I see a words that would kind of go. Okay, so we're going to put our little plant right there. So it's there. It's like he's sniffing it. And then a little birdie is on his back. Or maybe, should we put him down here? Possibly. I think we'll put the bird down in the bottom. Even though I like the idea, it just, he's not positioned in the right way for me. It was kind of off. It was a little off. Okay. All right, we're going to put him here. Let's see if we could find some kind of words that, I saw that page. I was just double checking. This page has some words here. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, not really seeing anything. Okay, I'm gonna like just take Misty of Chinkotegu, whatever, because I feel like it's something interesting. I like that it's an italicized font. It's like it's her name on the creature that we have on front of us. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Let's get some, what do we call it? So we have our little plaque with her name on it, and yeah. Now it's just a matter of where does she go. We'll put it here. We put it down here. Let's put it there. Okay. All right. So 2. Yeah, just felt like crafting something up. I know I have a couple things I'm gonna be not have to do, but there are some things that I want to do that I've been doing the past couple months, and because I've been just taking a break of the hecticness of the mask making and all of that stuff, I just wanted to do what I feel like doing, you know? So I was like, you know what, I need to put a video up because I need to satisfy that challenge that I set for myself, which is the 100-day project. But today is May. May is for me, and I'm just going to do little things that I like to do. So today we got 2 cards for you guys with me. I will finish off the other ones, but here we go. Here are 2 little cards. It might be cute to add a little bunting like around, you know, from here, like the little banner thing, but I don't have any of that right now. So we've got these 2 cards, right? We got one here, a little cluster, wild horses are free, 44, and then we can do whatever we want in the back. And then this one, this is Misty of Cinco Tegu. Okay, she's got a little buddy there with the whatever. And then on the back, we kind of have almost like a faux fabric flip, right? Because it's there and it's attached at the top, but you can peekaboo some stuff in there. So I don't know, something interesting, just trying to be different. Could put a couple of gems if you like a little bling on here and stuff like that. I was contemplating that, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm gonna leave it alone like that. But yeah, so hopefully 2 is good. 2 is good enough for you. I won't keep you here forever because I tend to do that. Just wanted it to be chill. So if you're new, please consider subscribing. I really thank you for having come by and watched what I got going on here. If you're returning, thank you so much. I always do appreciate all of the support that you guys are giving me. It's May. It's about building my channel, trying to figure out what works for me, what works for you guys, and what you guys enjoy. So any kind of like comment below would be awesome. Share if my content is great and you like it. Give me a like too, that would be helpful as well. Trying to reach 500 by July 4th. I have a giveaway planned, etc., etc. And you know, I mentioned finding my floor, which is a hashtag that has led me to finding these items. So it wasn't necessarily about finding my floor for this video, but all the people that I enjoy so much, I'm going to be listing in my description box. So go down there, you're going to see the links to a ton of different people. People that I've come across new and found new friends, people who I've collaborated with, people that I follow for their challenges, and then the old timers and the big channels that kind of suck me into the habit. So there's a whole list down there. Go peek down there in the description box and take a look and show them some love. Especially the newer channels, you know, the big channels, they got their following. It's just new guys that need a little help. So go out there and show them some love. That would be awesome. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao. Bye.